Hi, I'm Andy Jackson, and I was once upon a time the Macker to the Federation of Writers Scotland. And one of the things I set up that year was the Patchwork poem in response to the National Poetry Days theme. And the idea, as many of you will know, is that you all send in a line or several lines of poems, or even whole poems, or even several whole poems. And I take one line from each person who submits and I try and weave it into a patchwork of poetry lines that make sense as a coherent whole. So you end up with a new poem. Everybody, of course, does this anonymously. Nobody knows what anyone else has written, and only I get to see all the entries. And it's my pleasure every year to try and make something out of the patchwork poem submissions. This year, the National Poetry Days theme was play. It seems only a few years ago that the theme was games, so there may be a bit of similarity, I guess. So what I've done is I've created a 32 line poem, had 31 entries, and I get to put a kind of wild card line of my own in there as well. So I'm going to, first of all, read out the names of those who've contributed, and then I'm going to read the poem. So this is the 2025 roll call. A line from each of the following contributors: Steve Ashton, Mandy Beattie, Maria Bonner, Antje Bothan, AC Clark, Colette Cohen, Janet Crawford, Binod Dawadi, Katie Ewing, Martin Goldie, Jennifer Harley, Beg Horn, Andy Jackson, MT Keelty, Slava Konaval, Nikki McCrossan, Anne McKinnon, Lisa Miles, Anne Mitchell, Ellie Ness, Chris Nichol, Mamie Philp, Maggie Rabatsky, Philippa Ramsden, Janet Shenton Ross, Roddy Scott, Hazel Stevens, Lynn Valentine, Elaine Webster, Jacqueline Wymark, Angela Yausheva, and Kate Young. And with a really big thank you, as always, to AC Clark, who's helped put this together. She's the admin queen here and has kept me right. So, a Federation of Writers Scotland patchwork poem for National Poetry Day 2025. And the title is The Play's the Thing. Play, the bard said. Now, there's the thing. I quietly envy Shakespeare's taste, the theatre of drama, comedy, tragedy. An eager audience watches, waiting to be filled with books. I am swept into the make-believe, another place, another time, another world, recalling life through a thick haze. The school's a long time gone, and yet the world celebrates. It is not too late. People believe we will be stars after our death. Adult eyes don't see the treasures in my pocket, nothing you can touch except in memory. Boys bouncing footballs off uneven curbstones, snatching chukkies after birlin jacks, playing jorries on the stank, hunting pirates, poachers, four-leaf clovers, far off fathers and mothers calling us home, the fall back to earth, the beautiful bounce. The moment lives, a still life pinned to my mind at the shore, in wind-whipped waterproofs, puffins playing above basalt columns, honing their skills through instinctual games. We know a version of that freedom. I sip on my wine, lend an ear, and wonder, lying in the shade of evening ash, rose, hyacinth, fuchsia, cerise, coral, magenta, now a memory. I smile, tasting delight, bursting out of the trees in the cover of laughter. You say your life is too busy with work. No time, no chance to sit and to rest. Who's coming out to play chat the door and run away? So there you go. That's what we came up with this year, and hopefully, well, maybe I get to do this again next year. It's a lot of fun, and if you haven't contributed this time, then well, you've got a year. We don't know what the theme will be next year, but I'm sure it'll be fun to do. So thanks very much for listening, and I hope you've enjoyed this year's uh, poetry patchwork for the Federation of Writers Scotland.